8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of...
Everybody, and welcome to Geo's Power Hour show. Today is Thursday, and it is the Power Hour show. And today we're going to be talking about revealed by men, unattractive things that women can do to turn away men. Okay, and I'm going to be right back, guys. Just give me just a second here. I'm going to turn my cam off. I have to answer the door. I'm so sorry, but I'll be right back. Jeez. Okay, I am back. Sorry, that was a package. I don't know why they wait so late to bring it, UPS. But anyway, I got it and I'm back. So let me go to the chat to see who's all in here. Hey, Jaden. Okay, so we're going to get started with unattractive things women can do that turn men away. Now, I took this information, as you already know, from the internet. I was on the internet and I was just looking, for things to do or things to talk about and see what was happening in the world today. And I ran across this topic and I thought that, wow, this is a pretty good topic because it can roll both ways. Okay, so let's get started. Number one, what they said, this is what men said. That's unattractive things that women can do to turn them off, or they don't like it. And this is sometimes how come men walk away as well. The number one thing was that turned men away, and that's unattractive, is not a woman not looking after her kid or her child or her children. One man said that a woman not looking after her child is unattractive, and while total neglect is obviously worrying, some people pointed out that the baby's father needs to look after the child too. One person said both parents should be equally involved and pointed out the sexism in the comments. So guys, and if you're on the replay, please make sure that you are leaving a comment on some of these things, okay? A woman not looking after her child is what men say that's a turnoff for them. And I can understand why if she just actually letting the kid run wild or do whatever they want to do or whatever. It's according on what is happening, because sometimes it's just not the woman's fault. The child, can you tell them no? They may just fall out on the floor and have a tantrum. So that's, a lot of things. And like they said, other people said both parents should be equally involved and pointed out that this could be a sexism in the comment. And I'm like, okay, I'm just reading what they said, and that is my opinion. Sometimes it may look that way, but it may not be that way. Okay, in the chat we have Aura and Bay. Hey, Aura and Bay, Panda's Hair Candy and more. Layla Life My Way. Okay, so let me see what you guys are saying here. And first of all, let me get my chat together so I can see all of the comments and I don't miss anything. Okay, you guys are welcome to put whatever y'all want in the comment section, and I'm going to try to put it on the screen. So I see Layla Life My Way. Hey, Orin Bay, Panda's Hair Candy and more. Thank you so much for coming. Panda is welcome in, everybody, and please like the video and share it out. Okay. Orin Bay say, is it 50-50 or does he expect her to do it all? Okay. I'm going to read you what they said, Orin Bay, again. I wonder how many deadbeat dads has this opinion. Okay, let me just go back and pull up my notes and we're going to read this again. Okay, the most unattractive things women can do as revealed by men. Now, they just said not looking after her child. One man said that a woman not looking after her child is unattractive. And while total neglect is obviously worrying, some people pointed out that the baby's father needs to look after the child too. One person said both parents should be equally involved and pointed out the sexism in the comment. Now, from what I'm reading, this is what men find unattractive about women. Okay, I don't know if it's women that they trying to date or just when they are just out and they see this. But like I said, you don't know what the circumstances is because kids can make it look like you not you are neglecting them. Okay, so Layla saying, I just want to say I'm here for Gio. I got to work on my heart to give a care on men's opinion these days. Well, I'm just telling y'all what they said. Okay, I just thought it would make for good conversation. Okay, and it is. Let's go to number 2. Now, here's another thing men said that is unattractive things that women can do. And y'all know this, the next one, talking about lying. One person said his girlfriend, he said this about his girlfriend. I recently found out that she lies. Wait. Wait, hold up. I'm laughing because men can lie too. Can't be blaming it all on us. Okay, let me read this thing. I recently found out that she lies about a lot of small details. It makes me wonder how much more she's been lying to me about. Trust is a huge deal in any relationship. So when it is broken, it is difficult to see how a couple can stay together. So what y'all got to say about that? He said that she lies about the small details. So now that's making him wonder, is she lying about anything else? Okay, Aaron Bay said nobody likes a liar. Layla saying, yep, that's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, that can go a double both ways because y'all know, in my case, because see, I'm not a liar and I'm not a cheat, so I don't have to lie and I don't lie about anything. But, maybe some white lies are in there every now and then until I get the courage to tell the truth. But anyway, nobody likes a liar. Even if they are a liar, Aaron Bay and Layla, they lie left and right, but they don't like a liar. What kind of crap is that? That's what I'm talking about. Somebody needs to grow up. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, Layla is saying, I have a rule. If you lie small, you will lie big. All right now, Layla. But that is kind of true, though. I might tell like a little white lie, but I know better than to tell a big lie because I'm going to tell you why. when the person find out, they're not gonna have any respect for me or anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, or I might forget something, and I might say, "Oh, okay." Or maybe I didn't forget it. I just didn't want to do it. I might say, "Oh, I forgot to do that," but just didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I knew I had to do it, but just got called out on it. I'm not talking about one of them big old lies. Well, where you been? Oh, I was with my girlfriend, and knowing that I was with another person that I shouldn't have been with. Those are the type of lies I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure that the guy that said this girl, he said his girlfriend was lying about small stuff. I guess trying to make herself look good or something. Pandy said, child, child, a lie is a lie. Either way it go, I can't even get out of that one. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the next one. Pandy said, child. Okay. Number three, men don't like it when women gossip about her friends. Okay. When this unlikable trait was mentioned on the thread, it got one response that says, it's not black or white, of course, but excessively gossiping about people or being generally mean about people behind their back is a major turnoff for me. This seems like this seems like sound advice and something to look out for when dating. Okay, so I believe all of these answers is coming from people that are dating. Okay, so people that gossip about their friends behind their back to the people that they are dating. That's a big turnout for me too, because if you're doing that about them, you're gonna do it with me. Okay, all right. I have dealt with a man who if his lips was moving, he was lying. Layla, I think we all have dealt with them type of people. What about you, Pandy? Don't put no child in here, okay? Okay. Okay, Layla says that's interesting, the gossip thing, because men do that too. Yeah, they do that. If all of them know one girl, and she didn't went to town with them. They talk about that. Man, I had that too, and man, I didn't heard that. I mean, actually sit and they talk about this. I listen to my brothers when they together when we were younger, and they all three was together, and we were all like having lunch or got together for brunch. They be over in on their little table talking about, man, yeah, you got that too. They do gossip. Okay. So let's see what Pandy says. Yep. And then R said, no one likes gossip. No, they don't. Nobody likes it. But people get a good pit. They like it because look at the beef sector here on YouTube. I mean, if I want to talk about Jesus Christ or give up some motivation or anything like that, I might get 3 people in my chat. But let me go and say, such and such a did this, and I'm ready to spill the beans. I might have 300 folks in my chat. And that's just the way it is. Men can be chatty too. That's right. But men are saying, y'all, now listen, they are saying this is just a turnout for them. Okay? So don't y'all be doing all these things. How many people in the chat said, no, she didn't? Because actually it's a turn off both ways. All right? Let's see what Layla is saying. I don't know. There are too many reactions and talking about people's channels who get all the views for me to think people don't like gossip. They do like gossip. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said. Let me do a chat about how God saved my life. Child, please. I might get 3 or 4 people in the chat, and that will stay. I might might get 10 people, but only 3 or 4 gonna stay. If we talking about motivation and and giving you some motivation, you might have a good 8 people. But let me talk about so and so did name the person, and so did this to me, and I'm ready to chop her head off. Come on in this live, because I gotta get it off my chest. Oh yeah. I have 200 or 300 folks in it. Y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all already know. Here's my co-host Marlene. Hey Marlene.
Hey.
Let me make the screen dark, girl. We having a good time, girl. Let me see.
Hey everybody.
Okay, here we go. We talking about, okay, let me go back and tell Marlene what we have talked about. We're talking about the most unattractive things women can do to turn men off. Number 1 was not looking after her child. Number 2 was lying. Number 3 was gossiping about her friends. And that's where we at right now. Okay? Because this one guy said, it's not black and white, of course, but excessively gossiping about people behind their backs or being generally mean about people is a major turnout for me. This seems like sound advice and something to look into while dating. And we're looking at this as if though we're dating the person. So if I'm excessively talking about my girlfriends behind their backs to my man, that's a big turnoff, because if he's doing that, I know he's talking about me. Yeah. So that's where we are now. We're going to move on to number 4. We had some great comments. Let me go back to the comment page. Let's see. Oh, and I was telling them, okay, it'll be 1K in the building then. Yes, it would be. I was telling them that if I was going to put in a title and then make a little trailer, and my title would be, I got to get this off my chest about so-and-so and so-and-so. And then I made a little trailer, say, y'all come on up in here, because I'm sick of so-and-so and so-and-so messing with me, and I am going to tell the truth, and she need to go sit under a table somewhere. How many people will I have in my life?
Oh, I'm not going to lie. Remember, we've gone to lives like that, and it's been at least 50, 60 in the building.
Yeah. Sometimes 100.
Sometimes 100, right?
Mm-hmm. Then we'll get, but they don't want to hear nothing about how God saved my life. They don't want to hear anything that's going to make their life better. You might get 8 or 9 people in your chat, and 3 might stay the whole time. So people do like gossiping.
People like mess.
Yeah, they like mess. Right. So let's move on to number 4. Men don't like it, Marlene, when you cheat. This should be obviously a bad thing to do, but by both sexes, to be fair. But some people feel the need to make it clear, and one said, every other bad thing I've read so far can depend on context, but this is just one. This is one nail in the coffin, regardless to any reason. So what they're saying is that cheating is completely out, and that is a reason for them to leave. Now, men saying this to me,
you know what, Gio? But you know what I found out? I didn't find out till I went to therapy that there was more than one type of cheating. Did you know that?
Right. It's emotional cheating, talking cheating, talking and texting on your phone, but you ain't really met them and don't have a reason to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It is cyber cheating, all kinds of cheating. But the cheating that these people are talking about, it's a deal breaker, is you actually cheat with someone, go lay
physical
down.
Cheating. Yeah.
Right, physical cheating. But yeah, I learned that in therapy too. It's all kinds of cheating, and it does affect your relationship. Okay, so let me see what everybody is saying here. Entertainment gossip on YouTube is popular. That's true. Well, that's valid. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to unreciprocated demands. Now, this is what one person said. The person who shouted this out went on to explain that when a girl says things like this, you are not allowed to talk to another girl on social media, then it is a surefire sign to exit the relationship. It is fair to say that when you make a demand in a relationship, it needs to be something that you would think is fair to do yourself. So the man is saying that his girl said he can't talk to nobody on social media. But he says when this happens, it's a surefire sign that it's time to leave the relationship. Well, I mean, I'm a woman. Of course, I'm gonna talk to a girl. Just I tell you, you can't talk to the girls because you is a cheat or you like to flirt.
Yep.
Now, if he wasn't like that and didn't give me a reason to be that, I would not say that.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would not be talking to nobody I can't trust.
Well, you know what, Gio? I kind of think that that's like saying things like that is controlling. I think it's controlling to say anything like that. And if you feel that you have to tell somebody, don't talk to this person or don't talk to that person, you're already telling yourself, you already know that you can't trust them. So why are you even with them?
Thank you. See, you know, some people may not understand that, but when I read that, I said to myself as soon as I read it, oh, I wouldn't be with that person, no way. And that is because I think healthy today. Before, I probably would have said, don't be talking to them girls on social media. But because I went through and got myself together and I think healthy, I'm not going to even be getting involved with nobody I got to tell that to. And just like R and Bay said, is it cool for her to talk to other men? No, you know how men are. They don't want their prize talking to no other man. Hardly their mama and their daddy.
Yep.
Now that is a form of control.
Yep. They don't want you talking to your siblings or nobody anytime that is not just solely for them.
That's what I'm talking about. So let's see what Layla's saying. I don't do it like that. I tell them they set the tone for what we do. If you don't want me doing it, then you don't do it. Is that controlling? Marlene, is that controlling?
No, but it's kind of like tit for tat. Like, okay, if you can do it, then I can do it. Either way, it's not a healthy. That's not a healthy way. In a
Yeah.
good, healthy relationship, you're going to respect each other. You're not going to even have to ask for the other to respect each other. If you have to say, I don't want you doing this and you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't even think to do something like that to somebody you care for.
Right. And checking the phone and all of that. I'm
Um,
not into that. Now, before recovery, yes. That's how I know how I was. I come a long ways, sisters. Okay, and that's how come I know what I don't want in my life. If I got to feel like I can't trust you, and we got to do tit for tat and all of that, child, that's too much stress for the girl. I'm too old for it. I mean, I'm trying to make $1, and that's enough stress right there, Marlene. Shoot. Okay, so and it brings me back to what I always say. I'm so glad God broke me down, Marlene, in the office in the front of all my coworkers and sent me to a therapist, broke me even down there and put me back together again. And when I got put back together, this is the GO. I know today whose I am, and I know today that I'm just not willing to even think the way that I used to. And I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes, but they're not as big as they used to be.
Yep,
So,
I can say the same thing, Gio. If I didn't get to a point in my life, because I've told you, but maybe the audience doesn't know, I always had a problem finishing things. that was my biggest obstacle. And I used to be like, why can't I finish things? Like, I would have all of these, like, several unfinished projects. And, or if they were finished, like, I would procrastinate in trying to go to the next level and try new things because number one, I didn't believe in myself enough. I didn't think that I deserved to have good things. I thought other people could get it. I didn't believe in myself at all. So therapy definitely helped me. But when I went in there to get help with that, I started to uncover like all of the all of the, you know how, like, when you start getting into things, it's
Right.
like, oh, this is way deeper than I thought. You
Right.
need some help with this too. Yeah.
Yeah, you start getting into something, and underneath is that, underneath it is that, and then you have to fix all of those things to be healthy. So let's see what Layla is saying here. Go ahead and read that, Marlene.
A true, maybe not healthy, but I have dealt with too many sneaks and they want me to be perfect. And next thing you know, they are slipping. Oh,
Mm. And this has been happening in your life over and over and over and over again, Layla. You
well,
have to you have to look at self. That's what I say,
mhm,
and
well,
find out what is going on. Why is this pattern in your life? Where did you learn this from? Where did you learn to pick these men from? Where did you see this relationship happening? That's where you got to break it at. And I can sit here and tell you that because that's what I had to do. And that's why my therapist had me go back to my childhood where I didn't want to go. And I had to pray because that was not an easy journey to go back and look and see where I learned stuff from.
yeah,
Either we do what we see. We don't have no healthy parents in our lives or healthy something when we're growing up. We tend to do whatever it is that we saw in our childhood. That's why it's so important to grow up that inner child in ourselves so that we don't pick the wrong men. Because I did it too. I couldn't understand why I picked cheating men.
yeah,
My father was a cheater. I'm not, it's just the truth,
right.
you know? And I seen that. And I could not understand why I keep picking these men until I tell y'all I went to therapy and I had to travel back to see what it was I did not like about my father. So that is all I can say on that subject for you, Layla, that I did it too.
Right.
But today, what about you, Marlene?
Well, I will say that when I got to the point where I started to see the breakdown within myself, not even to even get to who you're in a relationship with. There is a certain period when I started building up my self esteem, my worthiness, gaining courage, having more confidence, believing in myself, and knowing that I had good thoughts and opinions. You start to raise and elevate your standard for yourself. So, like the people that I would call like bottom feeder type
Right.
of men, I didn't even look like those type of men. It is nothing wrong with that for maybe some people, but I didn't lower my standard anymore. I knew that I wanted to have better that even my parents had or other people in my life. Once you elevate your standards, you start drawing a different type of male.
Right. Once I said, oh no, I'm not gonna let no this my past have the power over me today. I want to unlearn this. And then when I start working on what is it I really want, but the thing that's to do is you had to start loving yourself enough not to want to be in that kind of relationship.
Yep.
Okay, so let's look at Nancy B. She said my dad has 5 children with other ladies.
Oh,
Child, I understand that, Nancy, because mine did too. I got sisters and brothers that I know, but I don't really know because we didn't grow up together and they do not care to know us and we don't care to know them. I know that's kind of bad, but
That's what it
we,
is.
we have, off with the olive branch, but
Yeah.
nothing.
And you know that it's the thing about, toxic behaviors and toxic relationships, everybody has to become accountable, and there are some that will never be accountable for the things that they do.
Right,
So because of that, you may extend that branch, but if they're still in the toxic lifestyle and thinking, they're not, they can only see the negative circumstance. You have to
right,
be at a place in your life to say, like, okay, that happened. Now let's live in our present. Or when you're having and exhibiting negative and toxic behaviors, all you can see is your past. You can't
right,
see even your present or the future.
right. Okay, guys. Oh, shoot. Wait. We're going to move on to the next one. Now, this is funny. It's not funny, but I don't know. I'm going to see what Marlene say about it. Okay, number
Oh,
six. Number six. Men don't like it, and they think it's not a good quality for women to have 2-inch long fake fingernails. Ooh.
well, I would be out then because
Let me
I always
say,
keep
no,
my
it's
nails.
not no 2 inches. I
Huh?
thought 2 inches was about like this. Nah,
Oh,
they took two
oh,
inches. Yours not
okay.
no 2 inches.
Okay, well,
This and yours not fake.
oh no, these are my
Okay.
real nails.
This comment got a lot of upvotes, and one person was quick to agree by saying, "Yep, when she's got the porn star nails, uh, it's a complete turn out for me. It seems some women really need to cut their nails." Oh.
Well, Gio, you know what I will say to that? I think there are some things in a relationship that you have to allow a person to have their own like style, you know? You can't control every single thing that they have to have a thing like they have to have this, and this. And if they don't have all of those things, like they're not a good person. You still have to let everybody have their own way of being, their own style of dress and everything. So,
Well, for one thing, I'm not going to be wearing no 2-inch nails because I think an inch is like this, and then you put now I can't even type with them kind of nails, so they ain't got to worry about me. My nails are always cut short because I type a lot, and I do like to wear a color on my nails, but I only do that if I got a hot date.
oh no, I always, I that's the only thing. I don't do a lot of things, but I have to keep my hands and my feet always.
Right.
That's my
That's
thing.
just a preference. Me, I ain't worried about none of that. Let me just open up my email and I done made $100. Turns me on. Forget about the long nails. Okay, so let me see what Layla is saying about it. I saw a survey that said men do notice a woman's hands and nails. They do.
Yep.
And if you got them nails this long, come on. I mean, even
Yeah.
I don't like that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like
I don't
them.
like the. I don't like the. My mom used to call them hook nails. They're all curved.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's just something I can agree with them on. I don't particularly like those either. Okay, next one, number 7, lack of empathy. One person exclaimed as they were saying by dating women who were selfish and uncaring that it just exalted him. That he just couldn't take it.
Exhausted.
Yeah, he was exhausted because the women were selfish and uncaring about other human beings. That's if they selfish and uncaring, they're gonna be the same way about your butt.
Well, you know what? I have a I have a problem with that because I always usually see women being very empathetic to men, and I see it the vice versa. I've always seen where the men are not empathetic to the women.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just me. I've never seen it to where a woman is just like cold, like ice. I haven't seen that, so I can't. You know.
Well, You ask me, people should be empathetic to women and men. We
Yeah.
all need to have that trait. But there are some women, I'm telling you, I didn't seen it, that don't give a crap about nothing but themselves, and they're not empathetic to nothing. Okay,
Okay.
I don't deal with those types of people in my life, men or women, because I can't do that. Tracy Lee is said, I mean, not loving me some Tracy Anderson is saying I don't do nails. I had girls don't have time for nails. I heard that. Okay, so a person without true empathy, they say, has psychiatric issues. Probably do. Psychiatric, I mean, issues. Yeah. If you ain't got no empathy for somebody, something wrong with you.
Well, I don't, you know what I always say, Gio? Like, how can you be in a relationship with somebody and you don't show any care or concern for them? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, why are you with somebody if you don't care about them?
I don't know,
To me,
girl.
that doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense. Let me go on to the next one so we can complete this.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good one. You ready, Marlene? Men don't like it when you chew with your mouth open.
Oh,
I don't even like that. I don't care if it's a woman or a man.
me either. I
Okay,
think it goes both ways. Like my mom used to always say, stop chewing like a cow.
that's what this said. It says manners and table manners came up a lot in this thread, with chewing being a particular unattractive trait. Other one user said chewing with your mouth open is plain nasty.
No, and you know what it is when you chewing and also you sticking out your tongue. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And
Oh,
then it said, my mother always said it makes you look like a cow.
that's what my mom used to say.
Oh, that comment
I
made
didn't
me
know
go
this,
a
guys.
bit
I didn't know.
far.
I haven't heard this information yet, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing, because they said it. My mama always said it makes you look like a cow.
Mhm.
Lord have mercy. Let me see what the chat is saying on that one. Okay, let's see. LOL, that's not cute. I know. And then Tracy said no. Okay, let's move on to, okay, thinking about all those mukbangers and their views.
Yeah, but you know what? The mukbangers, the good ones, the one that have like a million and a billion subscribers, they're not smacking their mouth. They
Mm,
eat quietly. They eat pretty. So
right,
the
right.
ones that are smacking their mouth, that's not the big
The
mukbangers.
one that's showing all that food in their mouth, chewing it
Mm-mm.
up.
Or when they're
Ugh,
talking and you can see the food.
right.
Mm.
Mm. Okay, here's number 9. Playing mind games. Men don't think that it is unattractive when women play mind games. Some people just want people to be straight and upfront, as one member pointed out when they said, "Yes, I hate tests." Men don't like tests, okay? They don't like mind games, ladies, okay? I purposely failed them just so I can prove my point that I ain't chasing you. I'm perfectly okay with chilling with my cat all day. They don't like mind games. It's if you like them, you might as well just say I like you. You
Oh,
know,
okay. But you know what, Gio? I gotta be honest with you. I think all women, we always test men because not all men know how to communicate effectively, okay? So we have to find other ways. We have to be, what is the word? You have to find ways to be clever, clever ways to find out like what's going on with them, because if they're not going to communicate with you and tell you, then you're going to have to find another way. Oh, RN basis, right? Because men never play games.
yeah, men play games. I was getting ready to say that R&B. Yes, they do.
You,
You
you,
know,
you know, everything that you've been reading so far, Gio, I believe it goes both ways.
right?
It's just men. Women, why would a woman want a man to play games with them either?
Yeah,
Goes both
they're not even
ways.
thinking about that one, because Men, if you don't play, I know this is coming up, but if you sometimes you do have to hold back because you need to find out where they coming from. You just can't just dive in. Ooh, I like you.
Oh, you know what, Gio? And one of the things that I always say is you have to be careful about, holding back your heart. You can't be giving all of these people who don't even care about you your heart, and they're not even in it to stay in a relationship with you.
Right.
No,
You can't.
ma'am.
You gotta be. You have to just know what you're doing. Okay. All right. Let me move on to the next one. What men do not like about the things that women do that men don't like. Okay, stringing people along. That's both ways. Men do it all the time. One man said that he had enough of women messing him around and explained that I recently cut ties with a woman I had a lot of compatibility with because I noticed she was stringing multiple guys along for attention. Playing hard to get is not the turn on some women think it is.
Mm.
Well, this is what I say on that. You can play hard to get, but you got to know when to fold the cards. You know what I'm saying?
Gio, I don't do that at all. I never have. I've always just been a one person relationship. So I don't know anything about that.
Well, all I know is that one particular guy in my life, I played hard to get because all the other women was giving it up, left and right. Okay, I was playing hard to get. One reason I had I didn't want to give it up. I just liked dancing with the guy, and he would dance with me because he couldn't get it.
Oh,
Okay.
but
So
you know
there are
what?
lots of reasons why I did that because I had no intentions of sleeping with him ever. I just liked the way he danced. And he was, now y'all know I like good looking men. And he was tall, dark, and handsome.
But you know what, Gio? I always say from the beginning, you have to know, like, just talking to people for a little bit, you can see whether this is a person that you can see something going on. Like, are you on the same, like, you guys would be compatible? It's just having just the way they answer certain questions or the things that they're trying to do. You can tell if this is a person, like, are they playing games or they're serious? You can tell already.
Well,
You
one thing,
know.
I'm going to play hard to get caught know what information I find out about you. If you one of them dog holes on the street, it is going to be so hard over here for you, brother. But I will dance with you if you can two-step. Okay? Now, see, that's why you have to find out about people, especially if you think that you like this person. Ask his friends about him. Watch and see what he do. Ask how many times is he talking to you, but he texting, or his phone is constantly ringing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at.
Or one of the things is, um, notice how, okay, if you are dating somebody, for an example, it shouldn't be that they wait until the day before to ask you for a date. It should be a week in advance so that you can make plans, because this is the way, like what my dad used to tell me. If somebody is asking you at the last minute, you're probably a fallback person and not their original plan. I'm just being honest.
Well,
Because if a person just wants to see you, they wouldn't wait until the day before.
no,
Somebody canceled their plans and you're the fallback.
right, right. That is true. Okay, now this next one, I'm just going to read it. Men don't think that Karen stereotypes, that's a turnoff for them if you are a Karen. Okay?
Karen?
You know what a Karen is?
Oh, you mean those
The white.
yeah, the ones
Karen is a slang. Listen at this. A Karen is a slang often referring to middle-aged white women who acts entitled and rude. usually while expecting special treatment, and she doesn't actually deserve it. You know how they said that's a,
Oh, well, I always say that that's what you call it, type A personality.
right. You know, like in Walmart, that's all that's in there, Karens.
Yeah.
And it's all you see fighting with the black cashiers. Because they want the cashier to put they drop their food in their bag the wrong way. You know, and so now they got to tell you because I am better and I'm a queen and I'm a Karen and you and a diva and you need to drop my food like you supposed to. You know, you didn't you snatch, and that's why they get their butt whooped.
Yeah.
Okay, they be
I've
talking to the
seen many.
wrong
I've seen
girls.
many of those videos, and let me just say, like they say that it's Caucasian women, but I've seen quite a few Karens of other races as well. I think a
That's right,
Karen can be any race because there's some
right?
entitled people from all races.
This is what R&B say. A booty call is different from a last minute invite. Let me just say this here, R&B. Now, if he gonna call me at the last minute, and I'm gonna ask him, okay, so what happened though? The girl that you had in mind, she didn't want to go. If he honest with me and say, yeah, she stood me up, and I just thought about you. I said, well, what does this date include? Because if it includes a booty call, Geo ain't going.
Well, anybody who knows me knows that that wasn't even on the radar, so don't even come at
Right.
me with that.
Okay. So Albert is just speaking. Welcome in, Albert. Glad you're here. Rudy is in here as well. R and Bay say Karens are all colors, male and female. You right. You right.
Well, they call the males Kens.
Kent.
Ken, like the Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Barbie and Ken.
Oh, Ken.
Yeah, so they say Karens and
Ah,
Kens.
y'all teaching me something because I didn't know that. I'm not. I don't. I have seen Karens in Walmart, and all the ones I have seen in Walmart have been white, and that's just the bottom line.
Wow.
And every time I go to Walmart, not every time, but most of the time, it's some Karen in there
Well,
acting like
Gio,
she deserved
I,
this or that.
I don't shop at Walmart for that. Not even for that reason. I don't
Well,
shop
I
there
like
because
shopping
of
at
the
Walmart.
poor customer service.
Ken. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
look
Ken
out for
is
that.
men.
Okay,
Mhm.
let's move on to the next one. The next one is, oh Lord, men do some men. I guess I don't know. But this is what the article is saying that they don't like women, and it's a turnoff when they are uneducated. One man, that's what I did. I was like, okay. One man said a big turnoff for women is for women to be intellectually non-curious. Like they just whatever you like, whatever you like. You don't like coming to America,
Yeah, like they don't like when a woman doesn't have her own opinion.
right? He said, I'm attracted to smarty pastors. While not everyone can be professor like when they're dating skills, with their dating skills, it seems some men think brains are more important than beauty. All the guys that I meet, I always say, Terry, you know a lot about everything. Yeah, because I read, you know, I listen to stuff. I have friends that to tell me stuff that I can know about. YouTube is a good way to learn about every darn thing. If you know your man, see, this is what I do. I find out all about the guy. Well, what do you like? Well, what do you do? And then I go do it too. And then when they ask me, yeah, so and so.
Yeah, like if they like a certain sport,
Yes,
all of a
girl.
sudden you
I'm all
become.
into football. I don't have to go. I really like football and
Oh, I know
basketball.
you do. Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
I just feel like everything should go both ways. That I know that
right.
most men don't want to watch, romance films and stuff. But, it goes both ways. If a woman can sit there and support a man by watching sports, he's going to sit there and watch a romance movie with me.
Yeah. Well, I like men that like football and sports because I love it. I do. I've been like that all my life since I could find out what it was about and how it works. And I like to see them run that touchdown and do the thing and when they get the
Wow.
touchdown,
I've known
I
you
like to
for
see
over
bam,
4 years, and I did not know that. I just learned something new today. Wow. I didn't know that about you.
okay. R&B said this. Read that, Marlene.
If you don't date a man because he is not educated, he gets an attitude.
That is true.
Well, listen, I'll just say it like this. Nobody wants to be with somebody who rides on the short bus, okay? Let's be honest. We don't want a short bus person. Well, okay? Let's be honest. But I don't think that it's to me, I don't think that it's a very important thing that a person has. It's not about the education, it's about what they do with their money. That's to me, I don't care about the chat is frozen.
No, that's I'm writing her something back.
Oh, okay. So I think the most important thing is not the educational level. It's for me, it's intellectual, and also how do you deal with your money?
Well, I'm just going to be very honest and just be put it out there on the table, Marlene. I'm not going to date nobody that sings like James Brown, that talks and you know where I'm coming from.
You don't start
Yeah,
here.
if he can sing like
'Cause I'm
him and
about
he
to
make
write
$1
you
million,
off to do some
I
class.
date him. I swear I date him if he could sing and make that million. But okay, let me just say this. It's according on what you into. Like I'm into people. I'm around a lot of people. I'm here on YouTube, y'all. I'm gonna be very honest. I am just Geo. But when I'm around business people, and there's just a certain attitude I have and a certain way that I talk because I'm trying to get them to get in my business. Okay.
Right.
And I'm not going there talking like I talk here because this is just YouTube and you can just be yourself, you know. But if I'm giving a presentation and then my man gives me, what you say? Nah, baby.
Like
Can't do
that
it.
that commercial for planner offer. Can you please pass the jelly?
Right. I'm not looking at Amber. I'm not trying to do it because that's my business. Okay. Ted Turner sounds like a country bumpkin, but he is very smart and successful. Yes. But I'm not talking about that R&B, not like that. I'm talking about pure that just uneducated, don't want to get educated, but they want to be with, a woman on a higher level. I don't know how to say it, but I just know what I want in my life. Okay.
Yeah.
And he can be a country bumpkin all he want to be as long as he knows who I am and all of this here stuff and how he gonna speak. I want a successful man in my life. And I already know if they successful, he ought to know how to talk. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't be successful. What do you think, Marlene?
And like my now, you all know that my dad was a school teacher, so that's the reason why I speak the way that I speak. Because if I ever said, um, yeah, no, I mean, and that's what's up, my dad used to have a ruler on his desk. Ha! Say that again. What did you say? I said, no, no, sir. No,
Yeah,
sir.
and there's one other thing I want to say about being uneducated. Even though my dad only had a sixth grade education, he had his own business. He knew how to do everything. But one thing that my father had was the gift of gab. I said, Daddy, how you know all them big words? And you say you only went to the sixth grade. And he always used to tell me, I read. I like to know what's going on in the world. I have to read to learn how to fix these cars. So let's move on to number 30. So anybody can do that. If my daddy could do it and just only had a sixth grade education, you can't tell me you can read and know about what's going in the world too. So that's all I have to say on that. I just know what I want in my life. Number 13, being fake. It can be difficult to navigate dating protocols, and this sometimes leads to women being over the top in their mannerisms. However, according to one man, they need to be careful as it can come across as fake. One person said, if I see you being an unpleasant person, I know your dark side. If you fake being nice, I don't know what you're hiding. It's scary. Marlene, are you faking, girl?
No, I'm Marlene every day. This
That's
is
what
just
I'm
how I
talking
am.
about.
But
Right.
but my thing is, I'm the type of person. It's something that I had to learn in therapy is to speak, voice how I felt, and not hold back. Because I was definitely the person who did a silent treatment, and that's not fair and it's not mature. So I
Right.
had to work on myself with that. And it's not just men, even my friends. Like when I'm upset, like I'll ghost you because I just don't want to talk about it. But we have to be mature enough to speak up and say what we want to say.
Right. I'm not fake because I'm Geo, and Marlene can tell you I'm the same Geo.
Yeah.
I mean, I was Geo all the time. I mean, I don't want to go to a YouTube get together and there's 30, 40 people that I have seen me online and I go to act like, hi.
Um,
No, I'm saying,
mm.
hey, everybody, it's Geo in the house. That's Geo.
Oh, and
That's,
I'm gonna be all quiet. Oh, hi guys.
and then I'm gonna be like, Marlene, get on up here, girl. Look, I tried to find Marlene a boyfriend when I went down,
You
and he
tried to
really
you
liked
tried to set me
Marlene.
up in that Best Buy.
Yeah, at the Best Buy, we had a ball up and down. And Marlene probably said, "I can't believe she is."
I was like, I can't believe this. I was like, goodbye.
But you know how I am, Marlene.
I know that you were playing because you know me. So
But
you
look, y'all, that man really was interested in her.
no, do
He
not
just
listen
was
to
not
Gia.
her type, but he was interested. Trust me.
No.
Because I thought he was gonna hit on me, but he passed me up to me now, huh?
Y'all don't listen to this at
And
all.
I said to myself, "Ooh, I'm glad it ain't me. Come here, Marlene." And we just had fun. We was
Yeah.
up at Best Buy trying to
We was
buy
up in Best Buy and you got a discount and I went the day before and I got nothing.
Yeah, because I'm not a talk to people. Get what I want. I'm from Houston, Texas, baby.
And do you know that vlog? I think it's like at I want to say 2,000 or 3,000 views.
Yeah, because we was up in there cutting up. Okay, so we gonna move on to number 14. Number 14, talking about their ex. Men don't like it when you talk about your ex. So we don't like it either, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear about how they're crying about how they left me. They left me.
Yeah.
You don't
And
want to hear that.
my ex used to cook me this, baby. You need to go back to your ex.
Yeah.
'Cause I ain't cooking that mess. I'm not washing your clothes. You go bring your clothes to my house for me to wash? Baby.
Gio,
And
and
you
this is
ain't paying
another one
damn
that
light bill? No, ma'am.
Gio, and this is another one that we have to add to it. Men, please stop comparing your mama to me.
Right.
Oh, I don't know what it is for men, but for me, if you say, but my mama does it this way,
Right.
you about to lose me.
That's a mama's boy.
I don't want to do it your mama's way.
Well, sometimes they don't have to be a mama's way. I mean, a mama's boy. Sometimes they can say we be talking about like food, like when me and Philip used to talk about frying catfish and making potato salad. He used to say to me before we even went in the kitchen or even went into the store to buy the stuff, he used to say, "Oh, my mama could cook some really good catfish." I said, "Baby, I don't even know how to fry no catfish." What I loved about Philip, he said, "Oh, you ain't got to fry it, I'll do it." I said, "Okay, I'm so glad your mama taught you that."
Good.
He wasn't that kind to say you gotta cook. This he would always say his mother taught him how to do this. And he said that she told him because you don't know when you're gonna be by yourself until you find your wife.
Right,
So
exactly.
she was a really good mother to him. Okay, the last one is rudeness. To start, one man said that when a woman is rude to my friends and loved ones for no reason, he would not be attracted to her. I think that works both ways. Another user said that it's unattractive when both men and women do it. We have to agree, rudeness from anyone is a huge red flag. Okay, so tonight we were talking about actions that turn men away, the most unattractive things women can do as revealed by men. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, all the people that's going to be on the replay. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank Marlene for being my co-host. Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much,
you.
Marlene. I'm trying to get my chat here so I can see everybody. Everybody that came tonight is R and Bay. Thank you so much for all of your comments. Albert, Miranda, thank you so much for being here. Layla, My Way. What is it? Layla's Life My Way. Thank you so much for being here. Loving me some Tracy Anderson and Nancy the Scratcher. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of you guys and Pandy's Hair Candy and more. Thank you. Once again, Marlene, thank you guys so much for being here. That's it for tonight. That's Geo's Power Hour. Marlene and I will see you. Now, next Tuesday, I won't be doing one because I'm going to be out. I have to go out with the family, but I'll be back the week after. And with that said, I am going to say bye-bye and have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of